Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for our level 60 Summoner quest, the last combat job quest for Heavensward. And our minion today is the Onion Prince. Hello, Dancing Wolf. Dancing Wolf is awaiting Amitra's arrival. What are we getting? Ooh, Astral Flow. Yes. So Tora, I was about to send for you, so Ymitra should be here any moment. Ah, wonderful, we're all here. I've been pondering some metaphysical theories and would discuss my conclusions with the both of you. Ever since our battle on the flats, the memory of our adversary fleeing the field has been preying upon my mind. According to the Scions in their research, the Paragons are effectively immortal. They are said to be ethereal entities with no physical form of their own, instead possessing mortal host after mortal host in an endless procession down the ages. But once the Tora had acquired the Dreadworm trance, the haste with which the Ascian withdrew did not seem to me the action of a being who harbors no fear of death. Thus do I pose the question, could it be that the 12th Chalice and his black masked brethren are not as practiced in the art of possession as our red-veiled masters? At the time of the battle, our bodies were the only available hosts nearby. Assuming that he also lacks his superior's facility to flee to the space betwixt worlds, I suspect that our foe's sudden cowardice stemmed from an inability to force his soul into our living vessels. That would explain much, including the reason why he chose the deceased Kaiden to serve as his puppet. I believe the theory is sound. Shall we put it to the test? If we're able to lure the 12th Chalice to a location devoid of potential hosts, then we might succeed in destroying him for good. Then what are we waiting for? We must begin devising a plan to draw the villain from hiding. Not so fast, Captain Wolf. We must first obtain the means by which we can ensure the Ascian's demise. A mighty coup de grace delivered before he has the chance to retreat. Satora, there is a passage within the last tombstone that describes how the power of a trance can be unleashed in a single devastating blast. The technique itself, however, was not explained. According to my research, it can only be learned from a forbidden book found on the shelves of the Great Gubal Library. To reach the library will require a long and perilous journey over Abalathia Spine and into the wilds of the Dravanian hinterlands. But I believe we three are up to the task. Well, good news, I've been there before. Shall we be on our way then? The key to defeating the 12th Chalice will soon be within our grasp. Well, lucky for us, we were at the Great Gubal Library not too long ago, so I will go ahead and meet you all the way over there. Now arriving at the Great Gubal Library, I'm so glad we unlocked flight. Makes this much easier. There's Dancing Wolf and Ymitra. Let's do this. Let's head on in and get that book. Glad I am to come to the end of that road, but it will be well worth the trip once we've secured your summoner's tome. Tristan and Kaiden will be avenged. Now that we are all arrived, we can enter the library and begin our search for this forbidden tome. You have strayed far from the safety of your cities, foolish mortals. Whatever could you be planning? Again, always he arrives at the worst possible moments. 'Tis no coincidence, I fear. And this time he leaves not to chance. Twas amusing at first to watch you stumble like clumsy children, but too insistent is your dabbling. Those who will not dance upon our palm shall be crushed within our fist. No more shall we endure your blinding effulgence. There can be no rival to the encroaching darkness. You have earned the ire of La Hebrea's most loyal servants. Did you imagine we would stand idle whilst you tore down our master's glorious edifice? Face us now, bringer of light, and suffer the punishment for your transgressions. Would it not be wiser to retreat and seek the tome another day? They mean to afford us no such opportunity, my dear captain. Either we stand and fight, or we die. Yeah, figures they'd be watching and ready for this. In the name of Master La Habrea, we pronounce your doom. We will not surrender to your tyranny. But I'd hope to find you anyway. We've some unfinished business, Ascian. Oh goodness, that's some healing they've got. Alright, let's focus one at a time then. If we can take them down, they won't be able to back each other up. Oh, no you don't. Get out of there. Oh, you've got some bulk to you, actually. Oh, dear. Well, it's jealous. You're going to be the tough one to take down, of course. Makes sense. You were the leader of this little group of La Habrea's followers. You have grown in power, 'tis true, but it shall not be enough. Wanderer of the heavens, heed my call. Oh, crap. He's bringing out a meteor. False teeth, it's raining boulders. Where that rock, Satora? Alright, let me get away from it. Unsure if it's going to make us hide behind it or... Okay, drop this one over here. So far, there's no particular mechanics going on with these meteors other than drop them away from the party. Oh no, none of that dark fire. Get away. And you know what? We have plenty of potions. Let's pop one and get some extra damage in. Sure, I could have done that more efficiently. Done it in my burst window, but whatever. Ah crap, we got another one. Why do you still stand? Yield to the inevitable. We will never yield to you. Your evil ends this day. I will have vengeance for my men. Not too tough. Not too tough at all. We've got this. Stay away from the puddles. Drop the meteors far away from him and from each other. I assume if we drop them too close to each other, we're going to have a turn 9 incident. If you haven't seen turn 9, watch Binding Coils of Bahamut. Drop those meteors too close to each other and they go boom. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to test to be sure. Okay, I think this area should be safe. God, that is a lot of meteors, though. I'm running out of space to drop them. Thankfully, he is down. I cannot. I am undone. I failed you, Master. How? We were raised unto greatness by La Habrea himself. My master's wary of your strength, bringer of light, and rightfully so, it would seem. But your day will come. You'll not escape us this time, Ascian! Now, Satora, unleash your power! It is done! The Paragon is no more! A most impressive spell, Satora, but when did you learn how to cast it? Did we not first require the library's tome? My apologies, Captain, but in order to deceive one's enemies, 'tis best to begin with one's friends. There was never any such book. All that Satora truly required was the catalyst of battle to focus her energies. I knew that once the Ascian observed us traveling towards this library, he would assume we sought some long-buried wisdom. He could not risk leaving Satora free to gain even greater power. And so this entire journey was a feint, a trap to lure him into the wilds. Bwahaha! Well, you certainly had me fooled. Remind me never to cross wits with you, Ymitra. Pretty good feint there. My plan had you been able to unable to cast the Death Flare? My dear Satora, I never entertained a single doubt. Risky? Together we have achieved something of which few people can boast, the defeat of an Ascian. Never could I have accomplished this deed alone. Thanks to your actions, Tristan's case can also be put to rest. Long have I been haunted by the horrors of that Ifrit mission, but at last I feel a measure of peace. I will return to Ul'dah and have a gravestone for Tristan laid beside his brothers. We may not have his bones, but it will be a place where the survivors from his unit can pay respects to the man he once was. I bid you farewell, my friends. May we meet again under happier circumstances. Alright, and Ymitra. Good work. I too would extend to you my gratitude, Satora. In addition to untold slaughter, you have prevented summoning's tragic history from repeating itself in a new age. We must take greater precautions against this ancient art falling into the wrong hands. I will work alongside my colleagues in the Suns and be sure that the spread of summoning is closely monitored. If only we could uncover a lasting solution to the primal predicament. There must be a way to break this self-perpetuating cycle of meeting force with force. As for myself, I shall continue my research into primals and summoning, and offer the Scions whatever support I am able. I am certain our paths shall cross again, Satora. Of course. You travel safely. We get Astral Flow and our artifact armor for the expansion for Summoner. This concludes the Summoner quest for Heavensward. To unlock the next set, we need to reach Stormblood. Alright, before we open up that... No, not Adventure Plate. Before we open up that coffer with our artifact armor, I do need to empty out my inventory a little bit. It's full. My armory chest is very, very full. So I need to fix this. I need to go and actually properly fix this at some point. Let's just desynth that for now. I'll probably do some desynth off screen once we're done here. Alright, let's check out that artifact armor, and then we'll check out the new ability and call it good for today. Alright, the collar set, item level 210 left side gear. Oh, forgot to equip the Charlene Philosopher's Joker from the library. Ooh, look at that! Classic summoner horn. We got little wings on the back. Very interesting design, I gotta say. Astral Flow, I like to put right there, I believe. Let me find it again so we can put it on the AoE hotbar as well. What does Astral Flow do? Channel the energies of your active trance to perform one of several actions. When in Dreadworm Trance, action changes to Death Flare. What is Death Flare? Well, it's the ability we just cast in that duty. But also it is our level 60 Astral Flow. Deals unaspected damage to target and all enemies nearby with a potency of 500 for the first enemy and 50% less for all remaining enemies. Can only be executed while in Dreadworm Trance. Very nice. It either goes here or here. I forget exactly where I have it on my main. But let's get over to Falcon's Nest so we can check out the rotation on a striking dummy. And also get some warmer clothes on. I don't think I actually really like this glam all that much. It looks like it could be really good dyed, but as is the pure white, I don't think I vibe with it all that much. Alright, there's our striking dummies. Let's get started. Open up with a Dreadworm Trance. We can hit it with a Death Flare. Nice big attack. We can do 1 Death Flare per use of Dreadworm Trance. So it's basically just an extra ability added onto our burst window when we go into Dreadworm Trance. Not bad. Nice little addition, make that a little bit busier, give us a little bit more damage. That's an extra what? What was that? 500 potency plus 50% cleave per minute. That's not bad. Anyways, with that is all job quests done for Heavensward. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, it's time to begin finishing up the main story of the base game of Heavensward. I will see everyone next time for that.